Direct from the Six, world-renowned, Canada's largest city, with Canada's biggest thinkers, visionaries, and hustlers. This is Startup Talk, featuring the founders, funders, innovators, and community leaders who've led Canada's startup ecosystem right here in Toronto. You'll hear the challenges, the failures, the successes. Toronto's Startup Podcast gives you the full story direct from the entrepreneurs and influencers who've made a difference. Now, the host of Startup Talk, the founder of TorontoStarts, the Startup Coach.
How do you encourage, or would you encourage, traditional industries to embrace new AI-driven solutions?
I think if the technology works well, the industry will embrace it. If we believe in the market, a free market, it will just happen. There's actually, I have a change of mind. I get asked that question a lot when I started in working home building. People ask, how do you get them adopt technology? And turn out technology was too immature to fit to them. And that's actually where we're very excited about AI. Because if you think about before the time of AI or machine learning, very much about you, hey, here's my business problem. And then, okay, now get a business analyst to document a problem and then find an engineer. Hey, these are the problems. Can you turn them into code? And then the engineer will say, okay, I'll turn them into code. Okay, then, but there's a situation that doesn't work. Oh, but you didn't tell me that. Now we can actually go back and forth to build that. Now we have a solution. Take Excel, for example. Now we have a solution. And now you need to tell the business or industry, say, okay, I have a solution for you, but now you need to learn how to use that technology now. But unlike AI, it's the other way around. It's a technology that just presents itself and it would learn and adapt to you. You don't need a programmer to actually change the rules. It actually kind of go in, look into all the CRM data, ERP data, understand your operation POS, and then it's actually started adapting and realizing there's a gap and opportunity to improve it. So it actually really take a very sophisticated machine learning algorithm or current advancement AI to be able to make the technology up to the standard to be able to deploy to a sophisticated industry. If the industry was not able to adopt technology yet, there's two things. One is mindset, but the other thing is if the technology is actually at that point. And I think now with the transformation of AI, technology is ready for the home builder. The rest is actually just mindset. But then that mostly is just working with, you always have a early innovator, early adopter in every market, is making them successful. It's ultimately is our client, their own success will be convincing the entire industry that that's the way to go.
Yeah, Mark Zuckerberg recently said that in the next couple of years, we're going to see the first billion-dollar valued company that is run by a single person. And yeah, based on AI agents and whatnot. And when you extrapolate that into all these industries, or like at the beginning of the conversation, we were talking about the real estate industry and going to talk to them, and people are like, well, we know the industry, we don't need help. We really understand the cycles. We really understand these things. Mm-hmm. And it took maybe a change that threw them for a loop to say, hey, wait a minute, maybe we really need your help. So how do you crack that mindset to say, if you're not going to embrace AI, your competition will, and at some point you won't be the competition?
What we're doing is just by empowering the best builder in each geo market. So in certain market, we already have market dominance. We're doing exactly by that because their partner, their business partner was seeing, well, why these builders operating differently? Why are they making strange decisions? Initially, it was that strange, but then turned out actually now I see why. Well, they were able to see the market ahead of time every single time, right? So they were able to make better decisions every single time. And of course, they can see them, they actually become a more profitable business. For those who actually will say, I'm curious, I want to learn what's going on. Those are the ones that actually we're going to bring them on board as well and help them. But those ones who resist to change, we believe in free market, they will be eventually just not going to be able to compete. And consumer reward them, because if you build better house for better price, why wouldn't you actually go to basically purchase from those home builders? And also, there's a new generation home builder will be coming in and say, hey, with this new technology, with what I have, with my resource and financial capability or my know-how, there's actually also new incomer will be technology native or embrace it from the get-go. So that's actually, I believe, what the market will change and evolve by itself.
Yeah, I agree. I think we need to look at all these things and stay competitive and understand this is a new competitive advantage that everyone needs to be aware of. So where can our listeners go and find out more about Open House AI and your work, Will?
Oh, it's simple. It's just go to our website, Openhouse.ai, or look at us up in LinkedIn. I know our team is actually constantly pushing even our latest research and what we have been doing, helping our client. Yeah, so Openhouse.ai, that's the website.
Yeah, and the links will be in the podcast show notes for anybody listening. And we'd like to leave our audience with one actionable tip with our entrepreneurial audience you'd like to leave with thought.
I guess just if you are coming more from my own experience, I was working in big corporation, head of R&D for, different public company. If you are one of those, you might say, hey, I actually want to do something different, but constrained by big corporation policies. And sometimes just give it a try and take a leap of faith and you will figure it out.
Great advice. Take a leap of faith. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us about Open House AI and the work you're doing and some of the advances in the AI field I hadn't even knew about before today. This has been a great discussion.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for everyone listening and watching.
This has been Startup Talk, Toronto's startup podcast. For more exclusive content, the episode vault, and to be part of Toronto Starts community, visit TorontoStarts.com. Get your name on the newsletter mailing list and check out our upcoming events. For more episodes, subscribe now. And please recognize the time and work behind the scenes put into connecting you with the biggest visionaries, entrepreneurs, and innovators in Toronto by leaving a 5-star review. Join us for more next episode from Toronto's most active entrepreneur and startup community on Startup Talk.